So, okay, this one's a weird one. I'm not gonna lie. Welcome back to the Pandemic University podcast. First of all, I've been gone a long time again. Honestly, I have no excuse, so I'm not even gonna try it. But we're back. I was in Chicago, 2 weeks ago now, and I spent some time with a friend of mine back from high school named Pierce, and we recorded 2.5 hours worth of content. So, instead of uploading all of that at once, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all different clips. Some are a bit longer, some are a bit shorter. It's going to give me a bunch of content to upload though. I said 3 on my Instagram. If you follow me there, it's probably going to be way more than that just because we talk about so many different topics. And so I'm kind of just going to intro into each one of those topics before we talk about it. It's just going to start at a random audio bit, just so you know. And so I'll preface each one with what it'll be about. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy the many different conversations we had in that 2.5 hours. I think it was fun. Some of it's personal, some of it's political, some of it's just nonsense because we ramble on for quite a long time. I honestly, I think it's just a fun one. I think it's just put it on in the background and listen to it. Hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pandemic University podcast. I'm your host, Bryson Berry. This is part 1 of the multiple part series I recorded with my friend Pierce Way. This episode, we talk about identity and finding ourselves, especially in college after coming from the different backgrounds that we had. I think it's a really cool one and I think you guys will enjoy it. So stay tuned and stick around for the next episodes that will be coming out soon after this one. Thanks.
The sad thing is I grew up too fast. I did not want to, but I had to. Like it was just not it. I really didn't want to. People that have probably been with me for a while now, like they grew up with me in high school, probably like bullshit. But no, I hit that side a lot. But like I had to do a lot of things that I didn't think like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid needed to do. But there's a lot of things I had to go through that is just really, I had to figure shit out, like figure out problems. I can go to anyone. Like I had to figure out how to do things by myself at age 12 or 13. What's it called? I was an introvert.
Oh, me too.
I was an introvert. I was an introvert. I just knew that if I couldn't get out of this habit, I can't survive it well because I know I had to be an extrovert. So, but like, I was an introvert. But, what's it called? The biggest thing I had to go through was, just, literally growing up in a place where you're not accepted, you know? Like, I go through this stuff now in like college. I didn't think I would have to, but I have to now. But before, it was a whole different thing. I didn't understand. I asked my parents 1,000 questions. They told me the best I can, but I did realize school was safe at the time. Like school, I didn't really, because there was a whole lot of international schools, international students in school, in the school. So I was fine. But as I got older, like, there's more Chinese kids that came in. Finding out that I'm Taiwanese, oh boy. Like, I have to withstand 13 years of just not doing anything. Because if I did something, I would put my whole family in jeopardy. Because the Chinese kids that went to our school, some of them are like government officials.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like if I did something to the kids, I'm fucked. You know? Yeah. And as an introvert, I didn't know how to talk. Didn't really know how to talk back or like talk anything. And then I was like, I was a violent kid too. So I wouldn't talk. I would just fucking start fights.
Throw punches.
But yeah, but like my parents were like, yo, you have to use your words. Like this is going to be bad.
I wonder if introverts have a high propensity to anger issues. Because I was also very introverted for one. And I had really bad anger issues until like I was 8 years old.
Really?
They were terrible.
All right.
I picked fights with anybody. I picked fights with it. It was awful.
Yeah. The thing, so I had to go through. I couldn't speak Chinese. Now, for people that view in America, there's some confusing stuff. I'm like, you can't speak Chinese. Why? There's a different accent between Taiwanese and Chinese. It's just think of it as British, the British accent and the American accent. Just think of that. It's pretty much the same thing,
but like harsher, because at least we can understand each other. There are no with the tonal differences and stuff.
Yeah. So I can't speak Chinese. So what I had to do was like right away. Mm-hmm. There was only Chinese. There was no Taiwanese kids there. Yeah. So I had to learn English right away. It was hard work, but I had to learn English because that's the only way. I can't communicate with the foreign kids because they're the only kids I can communicate with without fucking getting shit on or like ask political questions at the age of 10. You know. So I had to learn.
Do you show your full allegiance to the Chinese government?
And then I had to learn English real quick. So after I learned English just to talk to them, so I actually could make some friends. I had a difficult time making friends at a really young age. Mm. But finally learned English. Now, that's not even the toughest thing because like everybody has moments here. Even here, like people have told me about like them getting like racism, hate from like schools in their school life. Yeah. The biggest thing I want to say is after I learned English, I spoke Chinese. My Taiwanese accent was a bit off. Mm. Now it just sounded like I was an ABC, American-born Chinese. Right. And then so after there's some Taiwanese kids that came, I'm just like, oh, finally I can express some of the struggles I go through here with them, and they will understand. Mm. Yeah, Taiwanese people don't even think I'm Taiwanese.
Ah, that's struggle. Yeah, that's tough.
So I've got the people from China that hate me, and then I got the people from Taiwan that don't think I'm Taiwanese. Mm. And it's still like that from now. Like no matter how, like, even though I say I'm from Taiwan, stuff like that, they do think I'm from Taiwan. Mm. They just don't think I'm one of them. You know, I'm a Taiwanese person that grew up somewhere else. Yeah. And my mom, look, my mom doesn't want me to ever forget where I come from a very young age, because like I moved to Beijing at a very young age, but like, and I never do. I believe I'm Taiwanese, but like everyone from my age or just from Taiwan don't think I'm Taiwanese. Right. So like, oh God, I growing up like that was definitely the most difficult thing, where I can just hang out with foreign kids. The thing is with foreign kids, they didn't see, like with you guys and stuff, mm-hmm. You know, you guys didn't see me as like, oh, an Asian kid. You just saw me as me. No, nothing. No nationalities were involved. Yeah. No, where you're from was involved. It was just purely personality and name. I enjoy that so much. I didn't care where I'm from. There was no questions of where I'm from, whatever it was. It was just literally just just my personality and my name. So yeah. I enjoy that a lot more. But
yeah, man. That community is invaluable. That group is.
There was no way I was gonna win with anything. Like anywhere. I tried to think. I was just like, maybe I could do this, but as I got older, I knew like there was no way I was gonna win. I just had to keep my head down and then walk away. But yeah.
You know, I found like more after this first year of college that I struggled with my identity more than I thought I did. Like I know what I believe, mm-hmm. And like I know who I am as like Bryson, right. But like I don't like my identity. Like that part is becoming a larger and larger struggle for me. Like have I ever said this to podcast? I don't know. But when I got to, I mean, okay, I'm sure I mentioned it, but maybe not to this extent. But like when I got to college, I was like, I don't. It doesn't matter who I become friends with. I can become friends with anybody. I went to school in China. I can become friends with anyone. Right? This will be easy. No, I was totally wrong. Cannot do that. That's not at all how that works. So I didn't meet many black students on campus until my second semester. Mm-hmm. But then I started hanging around with a lot more black students, which was cool. But I was very timid to enter that space at first. So I was like, I don't feel like I'm black. I'm supposed to be. Whatever. Like, right. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Right.
But I don't feel like I'm black. I'm supposed to be black. So I was like, I was so worried. I said, will I fit in with these people? But then also, I don't really fit into the international community at my school. Mm-hmm. I know some of them, like they have like these groups, and they're just like, I have no clue what to do with that space either. So I was like, okay, this is the one group of people I thought I was gonna be able to come to school and fit in with. I didn't even know where they were. That's the first problem. Like, I was like, where are you guys? Oh man. And so yeah, no, my identity is such a huge problem, especially when you live in a country. Mm-hmm. All they care about is your identity.
Yeah.
All it seems that matters in America right now is your identity. So you like, and I mean, it's a good thing, but now they're focusing on identity from a very new perspective, right? What's your gender identity?
Right.
What's your racial identity?
Right.
Like, I identify as black because my skin is dark or whatever. Right. Honestly, when I hear people say identify as black, I'm like, no, you're black. Like, there's no, what are you going to do? I identify as white? No, you don't. You're black.
Yeah, I
know. But, or stuff like that. Like, it's a very new sort of thing to recognize your people. Or like, what, you know, all that stuff. But it's weird when you're supposed to be normal. I'm a straight black man, right? So for the world, if I was white, I'd hit all your normal check boxes, right? Like your identity is the problem, right? I'm black, so there's I get the BIPOC card, but otherwise I'm still a straight dude. So I'm supposed to know exactly where my identity lies with that, and then I'm supposed to start recognizing other people's identities. It's like I don't even know what my own is. So and there's no space for people who didn't. I don't know what word to use. There's no space for people in my situation because we're focusing now on an underrepresented group of people, which is that's fine. No complaints there. But I have no clue what to do with my own thing. After having left Beijing, where my community was a bunch of people who didn't know where they fit in.
Right.
You, Anouk, Alan. It's all of a bunch of people who have no clue where they're supposed to fit in. Because the whole time they're trying to, like, they're teetering between, these people hate me and these people don't think I'm one of them and yeah.
See, Alan's the one I relate to the most. Yeah. We can relate to each other the most but the thing is, he's a mix. He's a white kid and a Taiwanese. He's a mix. So I can't believe I even got to that point, but identity is a big thing that was very different. I only understand my own identity after, I'm still trying to figure it out a bit, but I figured out most of it, which I'm glad I'm improved. But from what you're talking about, that's a whole. That's interesting.
I'm more confused than I've ever been in my life, especially because interacting with people has always been something that's been particularly hard for me. Mm-hmm. I'm still learning to do it. Right. And so, especially in this new space, I have no clue who I am supposed to be or who I am. I found out the other day, there's a very arrogant and pretentious side of me that I didn't realize I had. I was in a room with some people and these were black people, and I felt terrible. I didn't know I had this in me. But I'm in a room full of black folk, and they're having okay, so the people who the family friends I said I had down here,
right?
Went over, had Mother's Day dinner at one of their family one of their family members' homes, and the meal it's if you've ever had that voice crack, God. If you ever had Have you ever had